Crown Recovery, like, is that something that you just thought of on your own? Was it a group thing? Like, how did that go?
Crown Recovery kind of came from a situation that I was in like a few years ago when I was at one of my lowest points, like financially, sleeping in my car, just trying to figure things out. I was doing showers in the gym, brushing your teeth, all that kind of stuff. You know, we always tell ourselves we kings and everything. But in that point in time in my life, it was hard to see myself as a king, you doing all that stuff. So I used to always tell myself, I'm gonna recover my crown back. I just gotta get on my feet. You know, I'm not gonna go down without a fight. I got the brand started. I was saying, all right, this is crown recovery. That's where it comes from, recovering your crown. Being back to that king, that person that you called to be in your life and reaching your purpose.
Welcome back to Players versus Gents. We finally here and we finally made it. It's your boy DC3 Chris and my co-host.
What's happening, guys? It's your boy Ace. Welcome.
We got a special guest who's all about building not just stronger bodies, but stronger lifestyles. He's a certified trainer who's been transforming lives right here in the community every Saturday and Sunday with his intense but result-driven workouts. A brand dedicated to helping people push through their limits and recover like champions. It's Trey. How you feeling, bro?
Oh, man, I appreciate that. That was a great intro.
Yeah, I had to, man. I had to get you right, man.
Great intro. I feel good, man. I'm blessed to be here.
Tell us about yourself a little bit, like what got you here and why you want to be a voice to the culture and just, you know, what we got going on.
Yeah, I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, man. Me getting here was all God. I came here in search of opportunities for sports. When you get down here, though, it was a little different. I ended up getting injured, and I was pursuing to work on my body. I ran into groups of people that kind of don't really know how to do the things, and even more important, you know, they going through stuff mentally. So when I kind of came up with my brand and talking to people, it kind of comes and stems from the mental therapy that working out and health and wellness brings, bro. So I'm blessed to be here, man.
We basically live in the same building, y'all. And he's just that known person that's in the building just working out consistently. Like, he don't miss a day. And I be unmotivated at times. I be like, damn, I got to get up and go do something. He posting these videos and, you know what I'm saying, going the extra mile. And it's like, it's really motivating, bro. So with that being said, like, what made you want to get started in like working out?
It was a part of my life, you know, and one day it kind of got taken away with the injury. But I wanted to still keep it going. So I got into fitness, just studying the body. And I found out you can get paid for it and you can help other individuals do it. So when that kind of came about, I wanted to just push the brand and then add on a motivational side to it as well. I know we are kind of going through stuff outside of the gym. So I wanted to always make sure, like, even though we're training, you can talk about the things you're going through and we can grow through the things you're going through in that realm too.
Pretty much led you to, you know, building your brand.
Yes, sir.
Which is Crown Recovery, which I'm a part of, y'all.
Yeah, my dog Chris, he be in there every weekend. Yeah.
I be trying, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I be trying, man. But they be pushing it, you know what I'm saying, on our level. But it feels good to be around people that's like motivated.
Yeah, for
sure. Know, it's very rare nowadays to be around people that wants to get to that next level. Of course. I'm proud to be a part of it, for real. Being said, with Crown Recovery, like, is that something that you thought of on your own? Was it a group thing? Like, how did that go?
Crown Recovery kind of came from a situation that I was in. There was a time a few years ago when I was at one of my lowest points, like financially. I was sleeping in my car, I was doing showers in the gym, brushing your teeth, all that kind of stuff. It was definitely a mental setback for me. But I used to tell myself, as we all do, you know, we always tell ourselves we kings and everything. But in that point in time in my life, it was hard to see myself as a king when you're doing all that stuff. So I used to always tell myself, I'm gonna recover my crown back. I just gotta get on my feet. You know, I'm not gonna go down without a fight. And I kept pushing. And when I got the brand started, I was saying, all right, this is crown recovery. That's where it comes from, recovering your crown. Being back to that king, that person that you called to be in your life and reaching your purpose. I just want everybody to grow, being myself as well.
Yeah, so that stems to just really you be having that leadership role. 3 seconds in, and he'll brainstorm an idea quick when it come to working out. Quick. And I go in the gym, and I ain't gonna lie, it be moments where I don't know what I'm gonna do today. First thing I'm hitting is the treadmill, right? right. That's like an everyday thing. But once I hit the treadmill, I have no idea. So what stems to you just knowing like what to do, like when you work out?
Just years of being in the sport game. You know, you kind of get the same setup with different sports. You do the warm up, you do your stretching, then you kind of speed it up a little bit, and then now you get to the heavy stuff. I kind of take that with whatever we doing. We could be in the gym, we be outside, you know, we do the hills and everything. I do that same method with everything. So the heavier stuff kind of goes in the middle towards the end. And then the warm up stuff in the beginning, the cool down stuff at the end. I try to push that same mantra every time we do a workout for sure.
Just overall, what you're saying is just you go based on like what's good for you at the moment, pretty much, right?
Yeah. Also, too, it's very important. And it's for everybody out there when you're training and working out. It's very important to have a plan, though. You want to have a plan based on how you're working out. Me and your dog Ace, we was talking about it. Like just making sure you have split training. So one day you might work on bicep, triceps, core. Another day you might work on chest, back. And you can do shoulders, all that kind of stuff. All that stuff kind of stems into growing your body and recovering the proper way.
Somebody that's like brand new, right? That don't work out. And I'm gonna keep it real on Players vs. Gents. I'm a fake workout person. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is that I go to the gym and I basically don't know what I'm doing. But for somebody that just like I said, I lead by example by, based on what y'all put on and what y'all do, right? My thing is like for somebody that's new into like the field of working out, like what's the best route for them to go? Like, is it based on the calories and
your goals are? What are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to be more in shape? You trying to get bulky? You trying to be more trim or cut? Is there a certain show you doing? Is a certain challenge you trying to accomplish? When you kind of can establish that form, then you can kind of put together a workout plan and you can go from there. But the number one thing is figuring out what you want to do when you're in the gym, like what you're trying to accomplish.
I agree. Like it's all based on your goal, but is there anything outside the gym that you have to influence, like incorporate too, like maybe your mental, your mindset, manifesting, or your diet?
Nutrition is almost number one thing because you can go in the gym, work out, do 1,000 reps or everything, but if you eat McDonald's and Wendy's, you was in the gym for no reason, bro. So I done seen people reach their goal going less time in the gym, but spending more times on their nutrition. So definitely work on what you put in your body. It's like a car. Everybody always uses this analogy, but it's like a car. You got to put the proper fuel in it so it can go a long way. So definitely take that serious for sure.
Okay. Hey, so I'm curious about the dudes that's like in prison, that's real bulky, right? Is that a different kind of like swole than somebody that's in the gym eating right?
Repeat that one more time, bro.
All right, so I'm curious, right? So the dudes that's in prison that's doing push-ups and the dead weights and stuff, that's eating oodles and noodles and honey buns every day. Is that a different kind of swole than a guy in the gym that's eating boiled eggs and fried eggs in the morning, avocado or shit?
That's a good question, honestly, because they have some crazy bills in there. I think that kind of like style of working out, they're putting way more time in the actual like setting of working out than everybody would on a normal base. Like if you working a job and everything, they got more time to just do hours and hours of that. That always plays a role into it too, the more you do. But for somebody that's just working a job and you gotta divvy out your time the right way, definitely focus on your nutrition more than anything. But those guys, they do hours and hours of working out, so you can always have that, mix it out. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you're gonna do hours of working out. You can eat honey buns and ramen noodles, but if you got 9 to 5.
Recommend that. I don't recommend none of that.
So what if you down bad?
Hey, yo, Ace trying to eat honey buns. I noticed that. Okay. All right. You said that a couple of times. Okay. What'd you say, family?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie though. That's like, let's just say you down bad, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the resources to eat healthy, right? Like, and you gotta eat a honey bun. What you
gotta eat a honey bun.
I'm just saying, y'all, like I'm just saying though, like just keep it, you know what I'm saying? Like we gonna keep it P, right? So like realistically, if somebody don't have the resources, what do you feel like they should do? Should they fast? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like obviously I'm saying with a budget at least.
Right.
What's the best way to get a meal plan and just have that in order pretty much?
Groceries and cooking is the best thing. But say you don't have the money or like you don't have nothing to get groceries or whatever. The best thing I would say to do is just increment what you eat then. If you have to eat bad, let's say you have to eat bad, which I don't know about that. But like if you have to eat bad, increment it. Like do very small amounts if you have to. You got to try to find a way to meet in the middle of your goals and what you're doing outside your goals.
If we're going to implement like, being healthy, like it comes with a budget and that's the biggest thing. But I know there's a lot of people out here who don't have, the resources that we have to push towards that. So just having that was perfect.
So at the very least, you can have chicken and rice and you can have a workout every day.
Yeah, chicken and
That's
rice. Chicken and rice is golden. You do chicken, rice, vegetables. You do that consistently, bro, and you working out hard, you drinking water, your body will change tremendously, bro. I promise you.
Oh, that's perfect. That's a good deal. That's a done deal.
So, Ace, what's your goal in the gym?
I know my goal right now is to be able to run 2 miles consistently and to bulk up. I'm at a point now to where I really want to bulk up instead of having a gut and be sloppy. I want to bulk up. Look like I'm not to be messed with, you know? I want to create that look to where if I have my daughter next to me, you wouldn't think twice about snatching her.
Hey, that's respect.
I
Respect.
like that.
What's your goal, Trey?
I just want to keep growing. Like each year, I want to have something new on my body in terms of growth. So I want people to understand my words, but also see it on my body as well. Every year, so just a little bit of growth each year, I'm okay with that. And I just want to be consistent. My goals are more tied into my discipline. Like if I'm doing 4 or 5 days a week, I want to get to a point where my body's able to do 6 or 7, and I'm still comfortable when I get out of there. So that's kind of where my goals are.
All right,
Yo, Chris, what's your goal, bro?
Yeah, my goal, I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably say I want to. Right now, I'm 240, yo. I feel like this is the biggest I've ever been. And I would probably say I want to get down to like 220. So I want to lose weight, and I want to be consistent, and I want to have more discipline in the gym for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie to y'all. My biggest weakness right now is sweets. I'm trying my best, bro, and that's what messes me up the most. So, what would you say like is like the best route to get away from that?
Sweets is tough, and it's definitely tough to quit cold turkey. But just like anything else, you gotta take it one day at a time. I would say if you eating sweets 4 days a week, do 3 days next week.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then slowly kind of get to the point where you doing maybe 1 day a week, and then you're gonna do 1 day, but you doing half of the normal cake you eat or whatever. You can slowly ease it out. But you can't, stuff like that, you can't just quit like 1 day at a time. Like some people might tell you, oh, just get off of it. But you a human, bro.
Yeah,
you know
facts.
What I mean? It's gonna be tough.
Facts.
So 1 day at a time, that's what I would say for somebody that has a sweet problem.
For somebody that's been skinny all their life, is there a way for them to bulk up other than just letting it naturally happen?
I mean, you gotta eat the right things. You gotta be consistent. I seen people do like skinny dudes get real big just basing their meals, like counting up their calories, like having a calorie deficit, like saying, all right, I gotta get to this point of calories each day. They doing 6-7 meals a day of good food with vegetables.
Wow.
And yeah, you gotta do stuff like that if you really wanna see the results. You gotta take it serious. Just like anything in life, y'all doing y'all business, y'all got y'all podcast, y'all take it serious so it's gonna grow. It's the same way with your body, bro.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah.
So,
hey, so speaking of that, right?
Yeah,
so as far as us going hard in the gym with dieting and being determined, what's the best way to recover? Is it all in just relaxing, getting massages? Is it meditating? Is it just having a movie day sometime? Like, what's the best real recovery for it?
He's funny. First thing I would say when you're in the gym, stretch, do a nice warm up every time before you go to the gym and after. Make sure you have your days split. So if you going in there and you doing the same thing each day, you doing 4 days row biceps, you're gonna get hurt. It don't matter who you are and what you're doing. You gotta have a day where you're doing shoulders, have a day where you're doing legs, and kind of switch it up so your body can recover while you're actually in the gym. Outside of that, if you have access to intricate stuff like cold plunges, masseuse, we was just talking about earlier, the massage gun, if you can do stuff on your own, yoga is good. You got to take all that stuff seriously.
Ooh, yoga is really good.
They have a saying in the fitness world, there's no such thing as overtraining, but there is a such thing as under recovery. You know what I mean? So you got to take your recovery just as serious as you want to get big and strong and all that kind of stuff. You got to recover, my dog.
That's real.
Overall, though, like this, when it comes to his workouts, man, he definitely gonna push you for sure. And that's why I said a lot of it stems to like that leadership. That's why I wanted to bring you on here, because being a leader is not easy. When everything falls, it's like all stems down towards you in a way, right? Especially what you're building at the moment. Like he'll have 11 people, all in random people, bro. Like all coming together. We don't know each other. We making new connections, and it's just like I said, it stems to just that leadership. So that's like the word I have.
Man, that's saying a lot, bro. I want to take a second and clap it up for him, bro, because to be a leader, to have 11 people consistent, bro, that come in and, you know what I'm saying, stick it out, like that shows your true leadership and how you really giving something that's contributing to their growth.
Yeah.
That's real.
And that's the thing too. Like when I was putting this community together, I wanted to bring people together that want to really grow. And inside the community, you could network with other people. Sometimes I'll be seeing people, I'll bring people in as doctors or that's nutritionists or physical therapists. You could kind of connect with them. I love to see people getting other people Instagrams. I love to see when people hanging outside of the gym, because we kind of building up that brotherhood, which is a community, but it's also letting people network and do their own thing on the side. So it's super dope to see, bro.
All right. And with
That's real.
that being said though, like what are like 3 exercises that you would say that someone can do daily?
That's easy. Push-ups, ace, push-ups.
Yeah.
You can do body squats, and then you can do sit-ups. All that stuff is like 3 core workouts you can do at the crib, on the floor, on the carpet. You can
Watching
be anywhere.
TV.
Watching TV, all that, and that's in your core, legs, and your chest, your upper body. Those 3 you can do that every single day. All right.
All right, cool. So if you could say, what's the mental shift people have when pushing through tough workouts? Like, what's a mental mindset people should have when pushing through workouts? I know with me, man, my mind goes everywhere. Like I feel like should you be focused on one thing, or should you just think about whatever is an obstacle in life right now?
Yeah, that's a good question, Ace. First off, make sure you focus on the workout so you don't get hurt. That's number 1.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, number 2, I think the gym is also a good mental release. You know what I mean? So you can go to whatever you're going through in your life. You can go to those places in your mind to help you push past the heavier weight or whatever. That's another reason why I kind of got this group together, because we often talk about what the gym does for your body, but we don't often speak about the mental release that it has on what you're doing on your life. You know what I mean? Like, we all fight in the world, bro. Every day, we all got problems. We all got stuff that we got to push through, especially as men or women, whatever the case is. And getting together with a group of people that want you to be better takes a lot of stress off you, bro. You feel like when you leave, you feel like you're ready to fight the world again the next day. And I knew that personally when I was going through my own stuff, because I would hit the gym and I would instantly feel better. Like, all right, I'm ready to fight it one more day. You know what I mean? And that's what I wanted to do for the people around me, for sure.
That's real. I feel like that's a good fight against depression too, because a lot of us go through depression and underset depression to where it's not even known, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, and especially having a community in the gym, man, it's a lifesaver.
Yeah, bro. And it's like, with the depression, I think that's the number 1 thing you should turn to. You know, you got people that often might turn to going out or drinking, and we don't judge nobody. But if you can take your pain and get something from it, go to the gym and actually see your body change, because you can't have a strong body without a strong mind. So when your body change, your mind will begin to change, and then just you as a person is going to change. You're going to shape up to be that person you called to be. So that's just what I push from everybody. And I also push, like, chase your purpose. You know, when you chasing your purpose and you ain't doing stuff for money, we was talking about that earlier, you can actually grow and see the light that you're supposed to see. You know, you can get the stuff you called to get.
That's so surreal. I've been through a low point in my life to where I went through what I call a spiritual journey, to where I practiced semen retention and I was working out every day, and I became my best self. I learned to love myself the best. Is that something that you feel like you see a lot, where you see people join the gym and start to love themselves more, or do you see a pattern of people join the gym and like grow?
When you consistent with something, bro, and you see yourself actually finish what you started, that's mental clarity, bro. You gonna love yourself just for doing that, just for saying something like, I'm gonna do this, and then you actually finish it. You see a different side of yourself, bro. You know what else? Why I like the gym is that you can take what you doing in the gym, the discipline and the hard work you doing, you could take it outside in your real life. Be a hard worker when you in the job space. Be disciplined when you doing your work. Show up early. Finish through all that stuff. You can take the same lessons and you can bring it into your real life, and you can really grow.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Really?
I know you do have some merch from your brand, so I definitely want to put that out there.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, man. I got the let me see if we can hold it up. Whatever camera we at.
Yeah, I think it's on this side. Yeah, they can see it.
Yeah, we got the Crown Recovery. I wanted to do something for the people that have been showing up. Like my dogs, they showing up. They got their own jobs. They got their own families, own lives, and they still showing up 8:30 in the morning trying to be them leaders and captains they called to be. So I got a few couple shirts we got going on. We got some black ones, some gray ones. I got some tan ones coming in. And then we got a sweatsuit on the way as well. You can work out in it. You can chill. If you're in a colder environment, you can have that going. I want to continue to push stuff for my community so they can receive it and then take it to their own lives. Because when I be training these guys, all these guys are leaders. We just come together as men and as people, individuals, to grow and learn, network, and then take it back to our real lives. I don't want nobody to think like we coming in and we not doing what we supposed to do. We leaders. We all leaders. And I tell them this stuff every time we link to motivate them. I'm going to continue to push the culture forward, the community forward. We're doing little stuff like this.
Where we can find you?
Yeah. All right. So the Instagram is at Crown Recovery, CROWNED Recovery. That's going to be on Instagram. We just dropped the YouTube channel just to show how we maneuver together. So we do the hills, we do the gyms, we do all kind of little stuff. And that's Muddy Crowns, MUDDYCROWNS. All right.
If they want to get in contact with you, that's the best route, right? Instagram?
Instagram the best route. DM, Instagram the best route. And then we can kind of talk through there. Also a website coming up soon. We getting it together. We should have it up by next week where you can kind of like book if you want to do like a day workout, a weekly workout, or you want to just buy the whole month and be a part of the community. You can do that.
Hey, bro, I just want to say one thing, man. I love how you helping people grow their bodies and grow their mindset. Like you're building people, their confidence, their stability, their mental health. You're building it all up, man. You're a niche, bro. You know what I'm saying? You might as well be a certified doctor at this point, bro. Like I really love that, bro. I love that. You're a health professional at this point, bro.
Ace.
You're a health professional, man.
Certified doctor is hilarious, but
That's
it's
love.
real. It's real.
That's
It's
love.
love. It's
That's
definitely
love.
real. But yeah,
That's
it
love.
definitely is real.
Trying to do what I'm called to do, bro.
That's a perfect example of what we represent on this podcast for the culture.
Yeah,
Exactly what you're
100%.
doing. A positive mindset and growth of the culture.
Yeah, myself, like, although like I say, I'm not the best when it comes to the gym, but this process within, I say, about 2 months since I started, I've seen a huge difference in myself. My endurance, the way I move in life, and my mentality as well. Like, I'm on something to where, like, I'm trying to grow in every aspect. And I noticed that without the gym, I wasn't really having that same consistency of, like, pushing myself as much as I should as a gym, because it's real pain. And that pain turns into champagne. So I appreciate you bringing me on.
Shit, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. If you have someone that just can't get right and they start in the gym, they fall off and then come back and start and fall off, any advice for them? Somebody that's an inconsistent gym person.
Accountability got to be on the table first. The advice I would give to them would be nothing changes unless you change. And they have to fully understand that, because the cycle of keeping the same body frame it's a slippery slope, bro. It's a slippery slope. You have to understand that, you in charge of your life. I can do all the workouts for you, but I can't get in your body and make you do it. So you have to have full accountability, bro.
That makes me lead to another question, right? What if somebody's in the gym, but their mindset isn't the healthiest? Like, they're in the gym every day, but they have a poor, negative mindset. Any advice for that, or are they just a lost cause?
Nah, it's no such thing as a lost cause. No such thing. But this is why the community is so good, bro. Because you can get around some love. You can get around some positivity, and it could change your mindset eventually. It's hard to go through stuff by yourself, and then you lean in on yourself to do it. The truest of leaders can do that stuff. But if you kind of like just more of like an average person, or you somebody that's just getting started, to have some people around you that's pushing you, that's saying like, bro, you look good. Are you doing your thing? Because a lot of times you can't even see the changes on your body because you look at your body every day.
100%.
You know what I mean? But somebody else that don't see you every day, they can say, yo, like, oh man, I can see the cuts on your body. I can do this. And that makes you motivated to go back to the gym. This is half the reason why I created the community. So you can see people, and people like, yo, I can see it. So get around in some people that's going to push you and that really care if you got love for you. They're going to show you the love, and it's going to push you forward,
Right.
The next question. This is the last question, y'all. Would you consider, mind you, you're on Players vs. Gents. So we always ask this question to every guest that comes on.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself a player or a gentleman?
That's an interesting question. I think.
But hold on. I gotta ask a little bit more specific, right? Because right now you're a grown man, so you might want to say one thing, right? If your experiences could speak for itself, would you be considered a player or a gentleman? If your experiences could speak for itself.
Okay, so look, this question stems from what do you define as a player? For me, a player is somebody that just knows the game. Like literally, you're a player in the game, you know the game. So of course, my mom raised me to be a gentleman. However, my dad ain't let me be blind in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's beneficial to have both in your bag. Because if you just a gentleman, you'll get run all over. And if you just a player, you're not gonna know how to treat somebody good. So I think it's beneficial to have both.
I appreciate y'all tuning in with Players vs. Gents. We had an amazing episode today. I appreciate you, Trey, for sure. Appreciate y'all tuning in, and y'all have a great rest of y'all day, man. You know what I'm saying? We going.
I appreciate you coming out, bro. I appreciate the talk, man. I learned a lot, and I appreciate you, Gene. I appreciate you, Chris, man. Once again, Players vs.
If y'all don't mind.
Shout out Gene, man, behind the camera. He did his thing.
Gene, bro. I appreciate
Shout out
you,
Gene
man.
for sure.
It wouldn't be possible without